What does middle age really mean? G'day, mates. Let's have a yarn about something we all think about at some point. What does it mean to be middle-aged? Is it a number, a feeling, or just a state of mind? I sat down with my mate Denise, and we had a proper chinwag about this over a cuppa, and maybe a Tim Tam or two. Spoiler alert. We reckon middle age is less about creaky knees and more about how you choose to live your life. So, grab a seat, and let's dive in. It's all about attitude, isn't it? Denise, who's 55 and thriving, kicked things off with a laugh. Middle age. Mate, I don't feel it. Sure, the calendar says I'm 55, but there's no way I'm acting like my nan used to at that age. She's got a point. Back in the day, 55 might have meant rocking a pair of slippers and sipping tea by the fire, but today, it's more like hitting the gym, planning a road trip up the coast, or even starting a new side hustle. I nodded along, admitting I'm probably past the halfway mark of my life, cheers, actuarial tables, but I don't feel middle-aged. Had a nap this arvo, though, I confessed, and we both cracked up. Does that make me middle-aged, or just a fan of a good kip? Denise reckons it's all about attitude. If you start dressing like you're ready for the nursing home and acting like life's over, you're done for. You've got to keep the spark alive, do stuff that makes you feel young. She's not wrong. Denise is living proof that you can be 55 and still full of beans. I've grown up a bit, she said with a cheeky grin, but I'm not old. Kicked the grog, started eating my veggies, and I'm in a ripper relationship with my partner, who's a bit younger. Keeps me on my toes. I shared my own story, married a Sheila 14 years younger than me a couple of years back. She's keeping me young, but my bank account's feeling a bit middle-aged, I joked. The telltale signs of middle age, or are they? We had a squiz at some of the so-called signs of middle age, and let's just say we ticked a few boxes. Enjoying an arvo nap. Guilty as charged. Groaning when you bend down to pick up the dog's tennis ball. Yep, that's me. Preferring a quiet night in with Netflix over a big night out at the pub. Absolutely. And don't get me started on packing a thermos of tea for a day trip to the Blue Mountains, or buying those travel lollies for the car, Minties, anyone? Denise laughed, recalling a moment that made her feel properly middle-aged. I was at a work meeting the other day, and I thought the bloke across the table was some young intern. Turns out he was the bloody CEO. Looked like he just finished year 12. I've had similar moments. Went to the doc last week, and I swear the GP looked like she was still in uni. When did everyone start looking so young? But here's the thing, we reckon these signs don't define you. Sure, you might love your cozy flannelette PJs, or find yourself saying stuff to your kids you swore you'd never say, turn that music down, but that doesn't mean you're ready for the scrap heap. It's about how you embrace life, not the number on your driver's license. Keeping the mind and body young. So, how do you keep the middle-age blues at bay? For Denise, it's about living healthier than she did in her wild younger days. I used to wear my flannelette PJs to the pub, she admitted, laughing. Now, I'm all about balance. I hit the yoga mat, eat a few more greens, and spend time with people who lift me up. Her partner, a fair bit younger, keeps her feeling like a spring chicken. It's not about turning back the clock, she said. It's about feeling good now. I've got my own tricks. Marrying someone younger has definitely given me a new lease on life, though I reckon the daily dog walks and trying to keep up with her at the local park run are doing wonders too. The mind's the key, I said. If you keep learning, stay curious, and don't let yourself get stuck in a rut, the body follows. Whether it's picking up a new hobby like surfing, yep. I'm that bloke wobbling on a board at Bondi, trying your hand at a barista course, or just having a laugh with mates, it all keeps you young. What our mates have to say. We put the call out to our viewers, and you lot didn't disappoint. Graham from Geelong reckons middle age hit him when he started sounding like his dad. Saying things like, "You'll thank me later," and wearing socks with sandals. Shirley from Cairns, who's only 30, says she's already deep in middle-age territory. "I'm buying warm PJs. Packing travel lollies for road trips, and I've got a pair of slippers I'm bloody obsessed with," she wrote. I'm middle-aged already. Denise had some advice for Shirley. "Mate, you're not middle-aged, you're just comfy. Nothing wrong with loving your slippers, but don't let that stop you from living it up. Wear those PJs. But maybe take M to a music festival instead of the couch." I chimed in, "Keep doing what makes you happy, Shirley, but throw in a bit of adventure. Try something new, maybe a weekend hike or a cooking class. It's all about balance." Railing against the fade. At the end of the day, Denise and I reckon middle age is what you make of it. If you lean into the stereotypes, dressing in daggy clothes, acting like life's winding down, you're setting yourself up for a dull ride. But if you rail against the fade, as I like to say, you can make these years the best yet. It's about effort, I said. Put in the work to stay active, keep learning, and surround yourself with people who make you laugh. Denise nodded. "I'm not trying to be 20 again. I just want to feel alive. And honestly, I'm happier now than I was back then. Healthier, wiser, and having a bloody good time." We both agreed. Middle age isn't about slowing down, it's about finding new ways to thrive. So, what about you? What makes you feel middle-aged, or keeps you feeling young? Drop a comment below. And let's keep the convo going. And if you're loving these chats, give us a subscribe and join the Midlife Calm crew. Here's to living large, no matter your age. Cheers, mates.